Hello and welcome back to another on the Football Zone and to a midweek review, reviewing the Premier League games from this midweek, starting off with Palace 4, Villa 1, a statement win for Palace. Sarr with the opener in the 29th minute, Rodgers an equaliser for Mateta, Sarr again and Nketiah sealed the win. And in the end, this was just a brilliant performance by Palace. They absolutely dominated the game. Villa, not a good performance at all from them. They just didn't show up. I don't really know why that is. But Palace certainly showed up and really showed on their day what they can do, because this was a superb team performance. Wolves 1, Fulham 2 was the score at Molineux, as Wolves kind of got closer to that relegation zone. Ryan Sessegnon gave Fulham lead early on. Wolves had equalised, but Fulham, 47th minute, scored the goal to give them the win. A big win for Fulham, this one. Probably quite a tight game, but in the end, maybe Fulham just shaded it, and that extra quality in front of goal kind of showed. And their push for the European places continues, while Wolves' struggle continue. And they just don't really look up to the level, really, do they? But moving on into Brighton 2, Bournemouth 1 at the Amex, and it was João Pedro in the 12th minute who gave Brighton the lead before Cliver in the 61st minute equalised, and then Danny Welbeck in the 75th minute gave Brighton the lead. I think Bournemouth, Brighton probably had the better chances, but Bournemouth controlled a lot of this game, so I think, they'll be frustrated not to come away with anything. And obviously, big game for both these sides, so close together in the league table, both pushing for European football, which for clubs of those sides would be a remarkable achievement. So I think they'll be very disappointed, but a huge one for Brighton, who obviously recovered very well from that drubbing they got a few weeks ago by Forest. But moving on into Chelsea 4, Forest 0, at Southampton 0, at Stamford Bridge, and it was Nkunku, Neto, Colwill and Cucurella with the goals, and just playing really poor opposition, exactly what they needed to get back on track after some poor results recently. But Southampton, what is there to say that haven't already been said? They're just so poor, so far off the level, and that was once again backed up here. And another team who's struggling quite a lot this season, both of these teams really, Ipswich and Manchester United, and it was Philogene who gave Ipswich the lead in the 4th minute, but then Martial and De Ligt in the 26th minute made it 2-1. Dorgo was then sent off for United. What a horror game he had as well with that mistake for the goal. Philogene equalised for half time, then Ipswich would have been really fancying their chances, but no, Maguire in the 47th minute gave Manchester United the lead, and Ipswich, despite playing against 10 men for the whole second half, couldn't find their way back into it. A bitterly disappointing loss for Ipswich, and one you feel will be a big part of their relegation this year. But for Manchester United, great characters to get the win. Moving on into Tottenham 0, Manchester City 1 at White Hart Lane, and it's Haaland in the 12th minute who gave City the lead. And in the end, it was probably a win that City just about deserved. Wasn't a lot to pick between the two sides, but after some tough results for City this week, of course banging out the Champions League and then over the weekend too, it's one that is much needed as well. So great win for Manchester City. But for Tottenham, another disappointing defeat, and probably a game which they would have considered to be there for the taking as well. But Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0 was the score at the City Ground. Another kind of nail in the coffin for Arsenal's fading title hopes. But for Forest, a really good result as they continue their pursuit of the Champions League. Arsenal probably dominated a lot of the game without really creating too many fantastic chances. And in the end, I probably would have said, in the end, a draw probably was a fair result. Maybe Arsenal just shaded it, but in the end just didn't have enough quality in front of the goal. How many times have we said that they need a striker? Moving on then, Brentford 1, Everton 1 was the score at the G-Tech. It was Wissa right on the stroke of half time that gave Brentford the lead, and then it was Everton equaliser in the 77th minute from O'Brien, and in the end a relatively fair result, I would say. I think both teams will be satisfied with a point here. Everton coming into this one in such good form, but away at a team like Brentford, you probably always take a point. So I think both teams will be relatively pleased. Liverpool 2, Newcastle 0 was the score at Anfield, and it was Szoboszlai and McAllister with the goals either side of half time for Liverpool. Big win for them, because obviously Newcastle caused them quite a lot of problems at St James's Park. A good side, and of course a bit of a preview for that Carabao Cup final in a few weeks. But Liverpool, undoubtedly dominated the game here. Great win for them, and I think they're moving closer to that title. Newcastle was seen as a bit of a free hit, but disappointing in that race for Europe, which is so tight and congested, isn't it? And then West Ham 2, Leicester 0 on Thursday night. It was 2 goals in the first half, one from Souček, one from Vestergaard, and West Ham just had far too much here. Leicester, they're just not quite at it really at the Premier League, and it's such a shame. It's the balance between those promoted sides and those ties it's such as big here, because yeah, it really proved it. But West Ham starting to find some momentum now, but Leicester really struggling.
Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.